400 meters, starter hit the lever, runners dispatch from the 2400 meter marker. Not a bad beginning this one. Wave and Flag is right there, Wild One with a good position shortly after the start, and King Neptune's in the pink silks among the leading group. Shogunner was very strong on the way to the starters right there in the early stages as they settle down to race. Then comes Gothic. That race is about 4-5 lengths off the leader. Eaton Mess is along the inside running rail. They're followed further back in the field by Barakar. That's in the yellow silks. Then behind that is Jeppy's Reef. They're not going fast. On the outside, No Worries. And then further back in the field, Alexander Fights. Great Rumpus is further back in the field. And Gone Baby Gone is the trailer, about 13-14 lengths off the leader as they move towards the drill now. They'll come back into view at 1400 to go. Shogunner, the leader, now takes it up. King Neptune is second. Wave and Flag is at third position. They're followed further back by Wild One. Barakar's on the outside. Great Rumpus is along the inside, and then comes Eaton Mess. Further back in the field, Jeppy's Reef, about 8 lengths off the leader. Further back in the field, Alexander and Tresco. They give plenty of start at this stage with True Master, and Gone Baby Gone continues to trail. Now they move towards the 1100 meter marker, and Shogunner continuing to lead it. On the outside, Wave and Flag with the red blinkers, and King Neptune in the pink near the rail. They're followed further back by Gothic. Wild Ones near the panel. Eaton Mess has the yellow blinkers. Barakar's on the outside, then Great Rumpus. Jeppy's Reef 8 lengths to track down, then No Worries. Further back in the field is True Master, who gives 9 or 10 lengths start as they move towards the 700 meter marker. Gone Baby Gone still gives them 10-11 lengths as they go to the straight in the Lonsdale Stirrup Cup. Shogunner, Wave and Flag, King Neptune sneaks through at the rail. Gothic's on the outside. Wild One goes in. Behind that, Great Rumpus. They're followed by Eaton Mess. No Worries the outside. Then True Master. Gone Baby Gone. Alexander. Shogunner. Wave and Flag's trying to put on the pressure. Wild One down the inside. Wave and Flag is trying to get to them. Gothic comes home late. Wave and Flag down the inside. Wild One fights on. Wild One comes home powerfully. Alexander comes from nowhere. Wild One and Gothic. Oh, it's too close. Wild One on the inside and Gothic wide out. I won't split the two of them. Wild One just seemed to shirk it in the latter stages. Let's see when we go to that replay. So let's take a look at this. Wild One, the stick is in the left hand on the inside, number 13. At this stage, it looks as though Wild One's going to win it. Then Anthony changes his stick. All right, now it's near the rail. Now just look at this. He just doesn't seem to go on with the effort in the latter stages. I don't know if he was hanging on what was the problem. Is in front. Gothic comes on powerfully on the outside. Go back a fraction. Maybe Wild One lost long enough. Wild One won it. Gothic second. Shogunner third. Wave and Flag run it across. And then Alexander. It's close for that fourth between Alexander, Wave and Flag, No Worries, Great Rumpus, Gone Baby Gone, Jeppy's Reef, then King Neptune, True Master, Barakar, Eaton Mess. That head-on will tell us more about Wild One. So Wild One's in the yellow on the extreme left-hand side. Gothic is towards the right with the red sleeves. Shogunner, a great run between the two of them. Wild One continues to go. Stick is now going to get changed to the left hand. He wants to hang out. And then Wave and Flag with the red blinkers running around. Shogunner, Alexander. But now look at Wild One on the left-hand side. Stick in the left hand. Okay, it's an awkward ride. That's the reason why, well, it was a winner. It would have been an unlucky loser. But we'll wait for the judges. Maybe Wild One just made it. Gothic is involved there. And then Shogunner and Alexander. And that's the running, of course, of the Lonsdale Stirrup Cup. Back to the studio. Real exciting finish for the Lonsdale Stirrup Cup. We'll ask Mike de Kock to come in there and talk about Wild One. Mike, if you'd like to step into the picture here, and a real exciting finish down to the barrier. Now, you've had him for around about a month?
Yeah, Sheldon, roughly that sort of time, yeah.
Now, just looking at this performance, he looked to move up and then just one or two little quirks late on.
Yeah, he seems to have a few quirks and moves. But, you know, we'll get to the bottom of him. He's certainly, I think, he's going to be a classy sort of stayer. Of course, he's come down quite a bit in the rating, so that does help. I mean, I think he was a horse at one stage was rated over 100. So, I mean, at 89, that's also helped him a lot. But certainly, I think once he gets his confidence, this horse, you know, in the staying ranks, he's to make his presence felt.
You got Whistle Stop and Rice coming up later, doing well?
Two very nice horses. Obviously, a rush preparation with Whistle Stop, but you know, unfortunately, this is the last roll of the dice here. Ideally, one would have liked another 2 weeks in between the races, but I thought he ran a cracker last week, and if that hasn't hurt him too much, I think he'll be all over them.
Well done. There's your winning mementos from Greg Petzer. Well done to Mike de Kock.
Thanks very much for Sean as well. Fantastic for him, and he deserves everything he gets. Thank you.
So well done to Mike de Kock. The winning rider is Anthony Delpeche. He's the man who brought home Wild One. And thanks very much to Greg Petzer, director of Gold Circle. Let's get Anthony Delpeche into the picture here. Wild One's always been a horse who's had that reputation, and today he delivered, albeit a little bit narrowly.
Yeah, you know, the pace was very slow, so it didn't really suit him. And when they quickened up the straight, he took a bit of a while to get going, and he was running around a little bit at the end. And yeah, it's a win full of merit, and we've only had him for a short while, so I'm sure there's more improvement. The boss will make sure of that.
A lot of improvement in the tank to come.
Yeah, he's done a fine job, and you know, this horse, every day I ride him, he feels like he's getting better. Although he doesn't show you much in the morning, but as a horse himself, he was feeling very good today.
Well done, Anthony. There's your winning mementos from Greg Petzer. So well done to Anthony Delpeche. He's brought Wild One back into the winner's box here. Let's get Sean Phillips into the picture here. Sean Phillips, you can bring them all along here. Now, coming to the course today, what were your feelings?
Sheldon, yeah, you know, that, I've been telling all my mates that if he brings his daily news form from last year to today, that I thought he had a great chance. You know, he's carrying only 52. I mean, last year he ran with Yorker, Talina, the likes thereof. He ran 6, I think, if I remember correctly, at level weights. So I thought he had a big chance. You know, I went to go see him at Mark's Stable either this week or last week. I can't remember. He was fresh. He was looking well. And all great accolades to Mark and his team. I must say that I've always wanted a decent horse, and I've got a decent trainer. No disrespect to my other trainers. They're also all good mates. But Mark had offered me last year, in fact, to buy the horse, and I turned it down. And I walked in, and Zohan still said to me when I walked in, I saw him this week, he says, this horse should be in Dubai. So I said, Zohan, rub it in, thanks. But yeah, I've taken up the opportunity. I'm with Mark now with this horse, and I think there's a lot to come. I think he's still a great horse. I'm privileged to have him. I must also thank Jeff Friedman. He found the horse for me. I spoke to him nicely. I said, listen, let's look at a career. There may well be, I know I speak highly in our international career for him. There may well be that. So what better trainer to take it other than to Mark de Kock.
Take the glory today. Well done.
Thank you very much.
There's your winning mementos from Greg Petzer, also a 3-month subscription from Daily News. And then let's get the groom in. Tabor to come through and receive your prize. Well done, Tabor, the man who looks after Wild One. So well done to all concerned there. Wild One has really produced the goods today. And thanks very much to Greg Petzer doing the job here from director of Gold Circle. That's the running of the Lonsdale Stirrup Cup.